I wanted to make this video for you because I've had some questions from our community recently around sugar specifically, how to get over the cravings. There's been people who come to me kind of hush hush, like, I feel like I'm addicted to sugar. And they say the word addicted because they feel as though they can take a few days away from it and then they're right back in that habit. When I say sugar too, it's not necessarily that we're taking spoonfuls, right? It's that it's hidden in a lot of different kinds of things. And so they might show up as carbs or regular popcorn bowls. This was me back in the day. At the time I'm making this video, we're just right after Halloween and going into holiday celebrations where there's more of an abundance of sweets and foods and things like that. There's nothing wrong with having that sensation of sweet taste. And so what I want to offer today is a little bit different perspective. This is such a packed topic, so it doesn't overwhelm everyone. I will make multiple videos and continuously chat with you about this. But what I wanted to do is just draw your attention into a different idea. So let's take a step away from sugar for a minute. Most of us are really striving for one thing in life. And I know that sounds very general, but I think I can summarize it in the word connection. So what we look for as human beings is we look to connect, and we're trying to connect mostly not only with other humans, other people, but with nature, with what you may call God or spirit or universe or God consciousness or higher power, whatever you call that energy. We desire that connection. It's a love connection. And so there's that. And sometimes we have mistaken, based on our upbringing, based on habits, based on our culture and what is delivered in front of us. We have tried to find that connection through things like food or sweets or sugar, or through the screen, right? Through looking for that connection through social media and through numbing out even of social media. So I find that everything has both a positive and a negative, that things can serve us, right? Enjoying a sweet sensation, food can serve us, but if we have too much of it and we become obsessive or addictive with it, then it becomes a detriment to us. So that energy that I'm speaking of, some people call it the shadow side. There's the light and the shadow side. That shadow side where we can become obsessive or addictive with food, that really puts us in the body. And what I mean by in the body is there's different kinds of brain cycles. And the brain cycle that I'm referring to is more of the beta cycle. So this is the lower level of consciousness. It's the earth level basis of body. If we stay in that body connection too much, then we can stick in that place of addiction, of obsession, sexual desire that can get out of control. Cravings for sweets that can get out of control. Addiction to caffeine, that's another really big one. Addiction to work, addiction to social media, which I have found myself in also. And when I speak to you about this, I don't just speak with you as a holistic practitioner and a nutrition functional practitioner, although that's definitely serving up some of this knowledge. I speak to you about this in a way where I've experienced it. Throughout the course of my life, I've been doing this kind of work in all different kinds of capacities now for about 20 years. One of the things that I have discovered is that when I am removing myself from, sweets, for example, from caffeine, from any kind of other altering substances, marijuana, for example. When I'm removing those things from my life, then what happens is that I have this opportunity to connect on another level than just my body. And I actually feel like I get more downloads about what to do in life, conscious downloads. I feel more connected to God, to universe, when we aren't needing something to feel better. So, okay, this is kind of a long synopsis here, but I really wanted to touch on this because I want to help people. But if we can break that cycle and move on to other brain cycles, then it really can help us to do the things that we really want to do in this life. We can connect with the people that we really want to connect with. Sometimes we shut people down because our bodies aren't ready to open. If you have questions, I'd love to chat with you more about this. Maybe you have had experiences similar. I have another video where I talk about my experience doing a Vipassana 10-day meditation retreat, and that was a really big eye-opener. Not saying all of you need to go do a 10-day silent retreat and Vipassana, but it really did teach me a lot about, I'll stop there so I don't go on a tangent. I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for following along, and I'll talk to you soon.